I think it's Inkog's time to shine. He's gonna land those mock kicks. He's gonna be super disrespectful.
I actually don't think he's gonna pick Brian. I think he's gonna pick Falcon Ram against
Really?
Marduk from the
Really?
get-go.
No,
that's my feeling.
It's gotta be Brian. It's gotta be. He's gotta feel it out first, right? He's been playing mostly Brian on his stream, and to switch now to Falcon Ram.
Oh, okay. He definitely picked Brian, but
Yeah.
Joey Fury with Paul.
Okay,
From the
so
get-go.
he stuck to his word. He said he was, if he was a betting man, he should just go with Paul, since statistically that's who has done the best against Inkog. But this is an old school matchup. Paul is an OG character, so we're gonna see straight up Tekken, no tricks, no gimmicks, just a straight brawl.
What's stronger, the Death Fist or the Mock Breaker? Anyways, going into the tackle early on. Get off me.
Joey loves that. He's trying to send a message early.
Yeah, and you were talking about disrespect. They're gonna pull out some moves. I wouldn't be surprised if we see taunt into Snake Edge.
This is gonna be good. Joey's Paul, though, is not as pit bully, is not as aggressive as his Marduk. He's
very, very methodical.
Yes. There's a lot of calculations with this Paul. It's not the usual aggressive style that we're used to seeing Paul players bring to the table.
And look at that Inkog with the clean death or Mock Breaker at the very end, closing out that opening round. Both of these players looking for their opportunities. Wow, nice up forward 3-4. Able to get some easy damage there, but just short of the wall once again. And look at Inkog already chopping away.
He lost the wall pressure. Now they're mid-screen. The small life deficit, not a big deal for Inkog right now. He's got plenty of meat.
Woo! He's been getting a lot of mileage out of it so far. He's going to get the wall this time for sure.
Rage mode as well. That's it. Nice. Guaranteed, if you get the sidestep low, sidestep 3 with Paul, you get a follow-up that's guaranteed, 12 frames, and right there, enough to seal the deal. Back 1-2.
Yeah, of course, if you're close enough to the wall, it also does a wall splat, so it's kind of scary.
If you're watching closely, you'll notice that Inkog is actually taunting in between a lot of his movements just to throw Joey Fury off in any kind of way. Just little small subtleties in his movement is going to really make it hard to guess when Brian's actually throwing out an attack.
Ouch. Big wall combo there from Joey Fury. Inkog burns his rage early.
Yeah. Very typical round here. Paul launches, gets to the wall, takes a big chunk of health. Without rage drive, it's really hard for Brian to make those comebacks.
Yeah, and that was a tried and true finish there. I mean, he went for the quick down one, went for the safer low. Able to close out Joey Fury with the round advantage right now. Again, first match here in this race to 5.
Yep. Joey Fury up 2-1, but it's not like Inkog, hasn't shown signs of life. He's been doing things as well. He's got around. He's leading right here. Nice parry, though.
He's really trying to style on him. He's trying to disrespect.
Joey's locked in. You can tell.
All right, what's Inkog going to do here?
He's got the wall. Oh, no.
Oh, the second hit.
That's the second time that's caught him like that.
Oh,
hit
this
away.
is big. What's the mix-up quarter circle forward? No.
More hit for Joey.
Keep him away. He's going to have to be very careful. One hit can end it all.
He's waiting for it. And there it is. Down 1. Stays crouching into the low. Goes right under the jabs that Inkog tried to throw out. He made a valiant effort at trying to steal that round. He was at a pixel for the longest time. Used his rage drive, used all his resources, and he was still fighting. He almost found a way to come back there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was really tough for, aside from that counter hit early on where he was able to get that combo, that clean round, he really didn't have any offense starting for him. He ended up getting clipped here and there, especially from the second hit of a 4-3-4.
Crucial
and
shredders.
I feel like that it's a clear indication of he is not within the range that he needs to be.
Just missed timing, just a step too, I guess a step too late, going in there, getting hit by shredders. If he were to just block a little bit, it'd be a totally different situation. Though the two most important moments in that round ended up being moments where Joey Fury came out on top. He was the one that, kind of surprised Inkog with something that he wasn't really expecting. And I think Joey Fury did a good job of sending that message across. Like, I know your Brian's disrespectful, but I'm here to play as well. I'm here to go crazy. I'm here to party. And so you need to be on your toes as well.
All right, thoughts here. Do you think that Inkog should change characters, or do you think he should stick to it?
I think that he should probably switch characters. It's not like it's going to ensure a win if he switches. Like, he's got other things to think about as well when he switches. Not only, he might go Falcon Ram, and that's, known as a very, very strong character, but the game plan is switched up. He's going to have to do different combos, different moves, different everything. And this is a super high level matchup where you have to be on point. You have to know what the game plan is going in. So I feel like in his mind, he was probably ready to go with Brian the whole way here. And I think that's what's going to happen.
I mean, I feel like he's on tilt. He was talking about playing on no walls. He didn't even pick the wall stage.
He didn't even pick the no walls. That's a very good pickup right there. I forgot about that.
He must have the jitters. Anyways, he's going to go back into either that or he's just pissed. He was, mashing on X. Get me back in the match.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
I mean, that happens sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment. You're just like, I want to get back in there. Let me run that back.
Pretty big stage here, though. It's not like we went to Dragon's Nest or anything. Abandoned Temple is it's pretty large in size. Uh-oh. That's game.
Joey is doing such a great job of using the jab to control the spacing. And, it's been often said throughout many practices, whoever controls the left controls the world. And great, brilliant display there of the jab, dominating that matchup there.
We're not seeing a lot of attacks from Joey, but whenever he throws, he's connecting. Like right there, knee, hammer the gods, hammer the gods. Here we go. He's probably going to back out and force Inkog to find his way in.
Oh, mock punch.
Inkog, I'm seeing him miss a lot of taunt inputs. Like that throw back there and that random 3+4 kick.
Oh, no launch. That was a big whiff.
Could be nerves. No hesitation for Inkog right now as well.
Oh, and again, the case of the hop kick rearing its ugly head here. 2 rounds straight for Joey Fury. The momentum's starting to shift here. I could feel it.
Yeah, Joey's getting it right every time. It's not like, he's getting severely punished for going for these risky options. He's waiting to strike, and like I said, he's picking his spots really well. Every time he decides to go for something to crush, like it's to crush, it's to interrupt.
I mean, obviously you used to play with Inkog back in the Tag 2 days. Do you remember, his strengths as a player to come back from dire situations, especially being down?
He could do it, but he has to find something. I mean, every time he's throwing out raise drive, he's getting blocked. He's not landing. He's not getting those big moments, those big counter hits that Brian's used to getting. So outside of a few hatches here and there, as long as Inkog just gets some kind of momentum, I think that's really going to help him out.
Oh, he risked it all.
Missed opportunity. He was working his way in, trying to find, just one round. Get a round, get some time to think. Now the pressure is on, I think. Being down 2-0, at 1-0, you're not even worried. You're not really sweating it, but now the clock's ticking.
At this point, I feel like throw away your pride. What have you got to lose?
Just try it one time.
Try it one time. I mean, what if it works? That gets you a dub, right? What if it works?
You're back in the game if you get one win.
What if he can't adjust? What's he going to do? He's going to counterpick you with Marduk?
Yeah. Only thing is that with Paul, he's got a lot of really good punishers for Falcon.
Paul is that character. Yeah, Paul is definitely that character. I mean, depending on, of course, which lows he utilizes in the matchup or which attacks he utilizes, Paul can definitely put the hurt on any character. That just goes for any character.
Pretty well equipped to take on anyone. Joey's looking to, I guess, make this.
He wants to end it early. He wants to end it early.
He wants to end it early. He wants to, watch the next match. I'm looking forward to that one as well. But I mean, Inkog, if he has something to say about it, he's got to make a stand right here. This is, can't go down 3-0.
Joey has to feel confident. Yesterday he was our final boss as well. He took down the tournament champ, I would say with relative ease. Especially the last match, he made it look pretty easy. But going into these longer this exhibition series as well, you could tell the way he's playing. He straight went to Paul. He didn't even pick Marduk. He wants to eliminate the threat.
He's strategizing. I was all but convinced that he was going Marduk. I'm sure you were too. We saw him pick Marduk in pretty much all the tournaments leading up to this US East Challenge. He picked it yesterday as the final boss. That's kind of like who he's been rolling with. And, for him to do a 180, go and pick Paul, a more defensive style that he's used to playing and it working out well. It was kind of surprising, honestly. I was expecting a little bit more from Inkog. He's, I guess we hyped him up about the disrespectful play. He's going to brawl, he's going to fight, but he's a little bit timid. He's playing cautious. And,
sometimes players need a wake up call. And, this might be what, makes him remember what it's like to compete. So who knows?
This could do it. Right now, if he was actually competing, he'd be in the loser's bracket. That's 2-0 in the hole right now. He needs to open it up a little bit. He's trying to wait too long, and I think the moment that he finally decides to strike, it's kind of like a little bit too obvious for Joey. He knows he's figured it out. So, just get disrespectful a little bit.
All right, we'll see. Let's see what level of disrespect. Does it start at the character select screen? Who knows? All right, he's gonna stick to Brian Fury.
A randomized
Moving onwards.
stage, still on tilt. He hasn't even tried his game plan. He's talking about all that old school Tekken, and you gotta outplay me, but he's definitely getting outplayed right now. Check that out from this.
Round 1.
Joe Fury gonna try to slow things down here. Same plan, same game plan here for both players. Inkog trying to make his way in. This is a big stage as well, Last Day on Earth. The Walking Dead DLC stage.
Yeah. Right now, still trying to find his rhythm. I mean, he really hasn't had a chance to open up Joey Fury at all. And Joey's kind of shifting his mentality in the matchup towards offense.
Counter. He's pressing now. This could be a huge confidence boost. Maybe land some taunt.
I mean, it works both ways, right? You know, Joey's starting to feel that confidence, runs into a counter hit. This could play into exactly what Inkog wants. So finally getting around there after a bit of a drought here.
Here we go. Like you said, what have you got to lose at this point? Just let's show the world what you're capable of. I'm seeing a little bit more, you know, Inkog action. He tried to open things up with a little spin. There's the mock kick.
Interesting. All right, gets punished. The follow-up here, what's he going to do?
Just needs to stay consistent. He can't get discouraged from the game plan just because he got hop kicked one time. You know, he has to stick with it all the way throughout. I think that's going to be the key. He's working his way in. Not much damage has been done, but you know, Inkog staying disciplined right here.
Oh, he went for it again. This time with the punch reversal, which you rarely get to see.
I was watching Joey give like a whole speech, a whole lecture about, you know, how to do that at one point. He knows his stuff. He knows his judo. Okay, first raise drive. 6 seconds left, Mark. 6 seconds left.
He has to do it. Oh, and he's at the wall. Snake edge. That was smart. Oh, and the punish.
Heartbreaking. Inkog thought it'd be, you know, unexpected to go straight for the low. Joey, you know, he was right on the money with the guesses, right?
Joey has these baits with the hop kicks. He's able to pull it off yet again. Now at the wall, he's going to have to be careful right into the demo, man. Hitting him with those traps. Oh, man, I thought it was going to trade. What's going to happen?
Okay.
Oh, and the power of that Nigiyapa.
Yeah, it just takes one hit with fall, that uppercut. If there's a wall nearby, say goodbye to half your life. And I mean, man, that momentum from the first, you know, round carried over where Inkog just missed a chance to seal the deal.
Yeah, Joey Fury so far, his ability to interrupt Inkog's flow has been so overwhelming. You can tell as soon as he gets that hit, whether it's a launcher, whether it's a trip, or a hop kick, it completely sucks the air out of the round.
It's kind of making him look like any other Brian player, right? Somebody who's inexperienced, doesn't really know how to approach the matchup. He's making Inkog feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it should be noted. I mean, we know Joey Fury also plays Brian as well. He's familiar with the character. He's familiar with the players. So he's definitely doing...
Joey Fury.
Yeah. And again, when you give people time to study the matchup and prep for the matchup, it can lead to different results from what's on paper, at least what you think might be on paper.
Inkog showing some signs of life here, but he needs to finish this round out. This is super important, way more important for him than it is for Joey Fury. He needs to get a game instead of go down 3-0.
I mean, what's he going to do at this point? He needs to find what works.
Yeah, some hatchets.
I feel like he's hesitant to go for the lows. No duck. All right, Gatling combo.
It's showing it's showing Joey Fury a lot of respect, man. I'm not used to seeing this.
Again, goes for the... Oh my gosh, caught him.
He wasn't even trying to go for an attack. He just got caught moving, trying to block low, maybe.
Big damage as well. Oh, he went for the knee.
It's getting crazy. Time is almost out. 10
He's gonna have
seconds
to try to
left.
steal it. What's he gonna do to steal it? Goes for the grab, right punch.
Okay.
This is time.
One more hit. Joey, anything can happen. Just one hit could do it. Hatchet. He needs it right here or no.
Oh, he thought he was in the lead?
No, I don't.
Oh, man.
No way he thought he was in the lead. You saw it. You thought it was Joey, right, Mark?
I definitely knew it was Joey.
Yeah.
I was looking at the pixels. I had my eye to the front of the screen. I don't want to mess up my green screen, but I had it all the way up front. Unfortunate. And see, just like that misjudging the life bar. Now it's a 3-0 situation.
It could have been misjudging the life bar. It could have been not even paying attention.
Maybe
to
his
the clock.
monitor is slightly tilted sideways. Who knows?
It's got the angle, the sun's in the way, the glare. But, you know, sometimes you don't even know the clock's winding down because it was like 10 seconds left, and both players had like over half life. Not a lot happened for the first like 90% of that round. So, you know, the end of the round might have just snuck up on him. He didn't realize that he had to make a move. You know, he just needed one hit, and Joey was kind of panicking. Let's say he was throwing out a lot of random attacks. Both players were kind of like flailing around, but Inkog was the one who needed to like get close, get in there and do something. So he made a crucial mistake there. He's down 3-0 as a result.
Yeah, something to look out for, of course, in the matchup now. Inkog put into a very bad situation, obviously, only has 2 matches left to give, and I think this is crucial. You do not want to be in a situation where it's just one more match and you're out of competition, out of contention.
I think Fakaram could work at this point. You know, it's like he gave it all he got with Brian. He took Joey to the wire, but he just had trouble, you know, closing out the rounds. And if he makes the switch to Fakaram, Incognito, he's not really going to have that problem. Fakaram comes well equipped with, you know, all the range, the lows, everything that you need. Like plays a very good low risk style, and that's really what Inkog needs right now. He's trying to play that with Brian, but Brian needs to get in. He needs to make stuff happen, and Joey's just too good. Like that Brian knowledge combined with that Paul solid defense, it's a brick wall, man.
He's definitely a specialist in terms of fighting against Brian. You could tell that there were certain situations where he knew if Brian tried any option, if he threw this move out, it would beat that move, and he did that multiple times throughout the set so far.
Yeah, Brian does need to get close in order to bait you out, get those counter hits in. Back one can do it. It's one of the longer range moves he's got, but that's linear. So everything that Inkog throws at him, as long as Joey Fury can kind of predict that it's coming, he can find the appropriate response. So we're seeing those keep out uppercuts at the right time when Inkog's getting in. And when Inkog gets frustrated and goes for the lows, we're seeing the shredders. And then the shredder has like a backup kick. So if shredder whips, we got second kick on the shredder. And it's just,
they call it insurance, baby.
Yeah, everything's going really, really well for Joey.
Oh, man, he got an open stage on random.
So at least we'll get to see it. At least we'll get to see it.
Let's see this no wall action. Anyways, going into it right now, Joey Fury up 3-0 in the matchup against Inkog.
Yeah,
maybe he needs to get off incognito mode and go start browsing. Just start browsing.
Just searching, you know, look around.
This is gonna be tough. I just feel like it's gonna be way harder because there's more to move around. I feel like for him to hone in on Joey Fury, because the wall's not there, there's no presence, there's no threat, it's just going to be a neutral match. And that neutral match is where he's lost every single time.
Okay.
Oh my god, the orbital combo missed.
He's missing all the big moments to get stuff started. This is a game of momentum, and he's giving it all up.
Sometimes the game just doesn't work in your favor.
Okay. Another opportunity to get around under his spell. Here comes Joey trying to steal it. 10 seconds left. Is he going to choke again?
He has the lead. He better stick to it. What's he going to do? There's no time. He went for the tackle.
Nope. This is going to get ugly. This is going to mentally kill Inkog. If he gets...
Ooh. Oh, that was close.
One more second and Joey gets a hit. Steals around. Deflates Inkog. But hangs in there. Barely got the win.
I think Joey still thinks he's playing Marta, man. He's going for this tackle a bit too much.
I mean, I've seen a lot of players make it work. I remember when AK brought it to the table in the World Tournament. Against Saint, he was just exploiting that.
We're like, what's he doing?
Yeah. If you notice that your opponent's being overly defensive, and in this case, you know, although it's a big surprise that Inkog's playing super defensive, but Joey, you know, spots that. He's able to scout that early on and make the proper adjustments.
Try to catch it. They're trying to bait him for something.
The rounds are just becoming a lot longer now. This is like the third, fourth time in just a few rounds that we're coming down to the last 10 seconds, and nearly this guy has really lost much health. It's going to come down to the last 5 seconds again.
Yeah, and don't get it twisted. If you're watching at home, these guys, they're definitely not turtling. The time is going down just because Joey's defense is so sound.
Yeah.
His defense is changing the pace of the match.
Not enough time. Not enough time. Joey's just so comfortable. I'm sure he's been in that situation a lot of times where, you know, you're playing that game of, you know, I just need to have more life. I don't even need to win, you know. The things that you're looking for, the moves that you're going for, your options, they're a little bit different when the name of the game is simply to have more life when time runs out. You know, you don't have to go for those big closing, round closing moves. You don't have to take as many risks. Joey's just
taking the fight to him, though. He's definitely taking the fight to him. This is you know, in theory, this is a favored round or set for Incognito. He wanted to fight with no wall. Oh my gosh, take that. He just broke the wall on his chest. And like you said, he's making it work.
Round 4.
Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Joey Fury on the verge of going up 4-0 in the matchup against Incog. Buffalo, New York versus Jersey right now.
No mercy from Joey. He's that type, man. He's gonna give it all he's got, and he would not feel bad, I think, if he 5-0'd Incog. He wants to send a message. He's been entering a lot of online tournaments as well.
He's a fighter.
Yeah, he's definitely ready to battle at any moment.
This might be the first time that the viewer poll is right. Who knows? Okay. Running slash kick. Oh no! What happened?
The
A possible desync, but unfortunately, we'll get an update. Hopefully, we will have an update for everybody.
Oh, no,
they're still going. They're still going. Man, I love it. The disrespect.
Yeah, he needs the game. He doesn't care, man. Protect yourself at all times.
Yup. Ref didn't stop the match.
Same situation as last game. It's another final round, but Incog is the one who desperately needs this. Okay,
Of course.
catch it.
Oh, he goes for the throw. Twist and shout. Broke it.
Man.
And looking for these opportunities.
The score doesn't really tell the story of how close the set's been. I mean, these guys are like scrapping. It's coming down to it, but Joey just getting the better of it every time.
Yeah, especially this match in particular. I mean, it's way closer than it's been in prior matches. I mean, right now the life lead is with Incog. He's gonna have to watch out. Joey Fury's gonna probably try to stake in things like quarter circle forward 3. Oh man, the tackle.
Man. I bet
Who does he think he is?
He's gonna do it again. Watch. He needs to. Race drive is scary. Race drive gives Joey the lead.
Oh no, that's it.
Oh, that's on it.
What's he gonna do? There's no time.
Oh,
Standing three.
Finally, Incog. The hair on his chin makes it out. Man, that was a weird scramble.
He defended the no wall stage pretty damn well, I would say.
Yeah, I forgot. I was about to say too. Like, he's about to get his first game on the no wall stage. He's probably kicking himself now. You know, not picking it earlier. Who knows what kind of set it could be? You know, but that was a long match. I felt like that took forever, man.
I felt like it was 2 matches. Can we give him 2 points for that one? Can we give him 2 points?
Break mid set.
Shout outs to the upcoming update, of course, to improve the netcode. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Glad the team is working on something. Of course, no release date yet for Season 4. However, team will update us more once there is more progress.
Stay tuned. Definitely stick around.
If you guys missed that yesterday, make sure you guys check out the VOD from yesterday here on Twitch. There's a lot to decipher. There was 40 minutes worth of just information about Season 4. So I urge you guys to check that out. Of course, you guys probably already saw the announcement of new character and new stage, the Vermilion Gates and Kunimitsu, but there's a lot more than that. So just make sure you guys check that out when you have a chance. Don't do it now. I want you to stay tuned here, of course, to watch these matches.
Yeah, outside of the reveal trailer, we got an overall look at how they approach like the rank rework. There's a lot of changes to how rank works now, and just Tekken prowess is something that's really good. And also, yeah, of course, new characters, netcode improvements.
Yeah.
Also, something that they mentioned that was like the UI interface changes or something like that. So
we saw a glimpse in the screenshots as well of the new life bar color as well.
New life bar
obviously
colors.
with every season, there's always a new life bar color. So
yeah.
Interesting.
Talking a little bit about also maybe increasing the health, about how like combos are scaled, the damage in the game. They talk about a lot, and definitely wasn't expecting all that coming from them.
Which is great because this is something that the Tekken Project team usually doesn't really communicate towards the community. I mean, obviously they've been doing things their way for so long, but with the way things are in the world, they want to give some visibility to the plans and what the methodology is when trying to create an update for the community. And they obviously they're doing this for the community. I mean, it's unprecedented to see seasons of content for this game. I mean, we've never had seasons of content for this game, but to be able to see this is obviously an amazing thing.
Yep. Full transparency on their part. We're getting to watch the whole process develop, live before our eyes, from Season 4 announcement all the way down to, all the decisions that were made. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited, I wasn't even expecting Season 4. I
want to talk about Kunimitsu. So it is not the original Kunimitsu. It is the daughter of the original Kunimitsu.
Yep.
So this is Nidaime Kunimitsu. The second generation Kunimitsu, obviously donning the same mask as her mother. Well, not the exact same mask. She has her own version of the mask, but still donning the mask nonetheless. And she also has a different set of weapons. It's not just the single kunai this time. She has the kodachi and the kunai.
Short
and,
sword.
Obviously stole away Yoshimitsu's sword. I don't know if that's going to come into the gameplay or not, but
yeah, that'd be interesting.
We'll see.
But also, yeah, if you're a fan of the old Kunimitsu look, they said that was also going to be available as well. So they got you guys covered. A lot of discussion, a lot of buzz. I know that it was pretty much overall positive reception from the fans. They are very, very excited, and I think upon knowing what's in store, I think now everybody's willing to wait for, you know, as long as it takes before they can release it, just because they're excited.
Yeah.
They're excited.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, given the world, you know how it's now a different culture for work, especially within the game industry. There's a different aspect of, you know, work from home culture, and you know things are a bit different when you're not in the office every single day. And you know, for a lot of people, you know, slaving away office work hours, really trying to create a product or create something. It's difficult to do it this day and age when you don't have the same level of communication that you might be used to. So I think with that change, you know, for how they do things, I think it's great that they're being able to, you know, communicate this to the fans and let them know it's, you know, things are taking longer than they're used to. Usually we have an update sometime in September is what we usually expect, but you know, at least they did give us an update of some sort. So shout out to the team for prepping that for us yesterday, which we were able to showcase. Again, check out the VOD if you guys want to see more.
In a way, it's like the pandemic pretty much, although it's preventing us from, you know, attending live events and communicating each other that way, it's like it's led us to find other ways to stay connected with the developers, for the developers to stay connected with the fans. There's a lot of back and forth now going on, and that's cool. You know, people are bringing up topics that weren't brought up before, like that. You know, now that we have Tekken 7, a lot of online tournaments, you know, it's time to put the attention on netcode and to the net play, because we're seeing a lot more online tournaments now. So it's good to put the focus in the right places. Definitely looking forward to the online changes for, you know, for Tekken 7 in Season 4.
Sure. I believe we are getting into the match. So again, if you guys aren't up to date, it is 3-1 in favor of Joey Fury right now. Incog, obviously, finally on the scoreboard from that last match. So we're going to see how that's going to play out.
Just got his first match on the Wallace stage, and man, they dragged it out for as much as we saw, like 2 or 3 timeouts. Man, that was the last thing I expected from an Incognito match, right? But you know, Joey Fury's so good at keeping his opponents out, and he makes you pay for every single mistakes, like those keep out uppercuts. Everything's calculated. He doesn't use that many attacks, so he's able to focus on the attacks that he does use and try to pinpoint exactly when the perfect time to throw it out. And that's kind of that's one of the ways that you can play Tekken. Of course, you could set traps, do everything, but of course you can really hone in and lock in on just 1 or 2 things at a time and kind of really get those working before you expand your game plan.
Yeah, and again, I mean, there's so much. I would say, like, you know, the way they prep for this match, you got to think about it. You know, these guys obviously familiar with each other. They talked about playing offline sets before, but can you think about, like, you know, the mental warfare that went into it? Because obviously those interviews were online. They were talking about picking Bob, Bakumram, Paul, Marduk. There's all kinds of characters. Either way, we're getting into the next matchup. Let's see if there are any changes on Joey Fury's side. He has been sticking to Paul Phoenix up until this point.
You can prepare for it as much as you want, but we talked to Spiro. He said, like,
he's taking the challenge, bro. You see this?
Okay.
He's taking the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he didn't like losing that last game. He was once he went up 3-0, he was kind of thinking to himself, like, okay, let's go for the 5-0, and he failed. So he's probably kicking himself for that, despite, you know, being up 3-1. Joey's the type of guy who kind of aims for the stars. Like, he wants to kind of put the best foot forward every single time. So, like, to lose 1 game, he's probably, like, not happy with himself. So he wants to kind of avenge that loss on the Wallace stage, so he went with the snowstorm. Maybe not a good idea. He hasn't even hit Incog yet. Perfect. Round number 1.
Well, that's the thing, is, like, you gotta love it when people step up to the challenges. Right now, Incog maybe having his opponent play into his trap here.
Letting him in. And it was a trap that he totally forgot about. He didn't even go for the infinite stage.
Hey, man, sometimes when you're old, man, it takes a while to, you know, get into the swing of things.
Just can't wait for this interview, man.
All right. Again, going for that tackle here.
Okay. One of the few times that Incog's kind of, like, put a stop to that tackle. So
I'm waiting for him to just orbital it, you know?
Sometimes.
Oh, he got him with the mid option. Oh, he's definitely tried that sequence before. That was interesting to see from Joey Fury. Goes for the rising knee afterwards.
He heard you. Trade there. Little tradesies. Time is winding down once again. Both players choosing to stay patient.
Oh, good block there. Joey not falling for that 1-2-3 at all. Time's a wasting. He's going to have to do something. Oh, he tried to get something out of it. Here comes the hatchets.
Wow, Incog.
Ooh, he used the frame advantage.
Smart. That was tricky right there. Joey Fury didn't even get a chance to throw anything out. He wasn't sure if Incog was going to swing or not, so and Incog just, like, found a way to back up as time was winding down. That's an interesting way to play that out there.
I don't know about you, Anakin. I'm starting to feel a momentum shift. Inkog is moving with so much more confidence.
Oh yeah, we're seeing he's pressing forward and he's actually getting in, you know, like he's blocking those kick out uppercuts and then he's taking his turn. He's catching Joey through with counter hits. And most importantly, you know, for an old man, it's important to land your combos. He hasn't really dropped too many combos lately, right? He's kind of looks like he's on point right now. First round was perfect. This round near perfect, and there's that disrespect.
3 rounds straight, bro. Look at that. We have ourselves a match now. It is 3-2 in favor of Joey Fury, but you know that score again, like we said, it doesn't say enough of what the match we saw so far. So if you're tuning in right now, it's different.
It's been neck and neck the whole time, man. Ooh, 3-2. What do you think now? Do you think Joey's gonna switch characters, switch stages? I think he's at least switching one thing here. He's switching one thing.
His confidence might get the best of him. If he's gonna continue to play in an open stage, it could. I mean, he has some games to play around with. He still has the lead, but I mean, Inkog is a dangerous opponent. I would not risk it here. I would not risk it at this point.
That was so dominant that if I'm Joey, I kind of feel like that's just like an anomaly. You can throw it out the window. That's probably never going to happen again. And if he wants to, he could stay stubborn. He could remain hard-headed and go back to an infinite stage. Maybe Azure, give it a different look, give it a different song. Maybe just change up the environment a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he probably still thinks he could win with no walls. Let's be honest. He played those first 3 games so well. He's not going to let a little, you know, streak from Inkog stop his confidence in the set.
I mean, he has 3 more games to give as well. I mean, that's a lot of games if you think about it, right? He is not in danger yet. He has still 2 other character options to mess around with. Yep. So he has 2 lives, so to speak, here before he has to really turn it up and make sure he locks these things down. Anyways, they're going straight into the match. Let's see how this is going to play out. Again, the continuing set, we have 3-2 in favor of Joey Fury. Inkog winning the last match. And again, continuing, we are random stage, Brimstone and Fire. So it's going to be a walled stage throughout.
Actually, Joey randomed it.
Yep.
I so love the new feature. Like, I didn't know that about the random.
You can tell when people cheat now, too. You can tell when they cheat.
I think somebody already got caught cheating picking stages.
Oh, yeah. The other day. Again, cheaters never prosper, especially if you get caught.
You will get caught.
Put some on blast yesterday. Oh, man. Joey's going in. Hot-blooded American Paul Phoenix. Through the lava, getting that tackle.
That tackle has probably got a 90% success rate. Joey Fury is just he's perfect with it. Like, it's so hard to utilize because you're wide open when you're going for the tackle, and you have to tackle them. They have to not break the tackle, and then they have to guess right. So that's like a multi-step process, and just getting a few hits of damage in there. But Joey, he's really good with that one.
Been able to make it work. But Inkog is fighting back right now. He's trying to make things work in his favor. He's pushing towards the other side of the stage. Just with sheer pressure alone, man, he is working the leg day.
Now this is the brawl
Phoenix
that we expected to see. This is the brawl. This is the fighting, the disrespect. Joey's throwing, blows. Inkog's throwing blows.
Okay. He went for the down 4-2 there. Going for that opening. Look at that Inkog trying to play sneaky now. I like the little crouch dash hesitation into the low kick.
Little funky play there at the end. Kind of threw Joey off. It's good. Better to even it up than go down 2-0.
He's definitely from the school of the Domowashi. The wheel kick at the very end, such an effective move, especially towards the end of the round. Keeps him rather compact and safe while in the air.
It's one of the things that you can count on Inkog going for. Just to style a little bit hard. Nice parry. Paul on the wall. We don't see that too many times in the set.
Wow. He still hit it too.
Yep.
Nice punish. Here comes Joey. Fighting back, but again, Inkog with the counter low. Okay, they switch positions. What? He actually went for it. Gotta test him sometimes, right? Wow! Right through the mock kick.
9 seconds left. Paul, Blue Death Fist. Joey's gonna burn it. He's gonna run.
He has to go for something. Oh, in the back 4 to your face. Thanks for the timing.
What a funny selection for a move to use for keep out. He probably didn't even mean to do it.
Or was that the other kick? Was he going for the soccer
Yeah, he's
kick?
going for back 4 and ended up winning anyways.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, Incog, that momentum shift, man, it's crazy. It's hard to get, you know, a hold of the game once you lose it. You lose grasp.
It's interesting that we've been seeing this too, because, you know, it is the pacing of this match. He's definitely slowed down. This is definitely one of those methodical matches. These guys are thinking what to do. Joey sticking to the moveset that he wants to use, but Incog reacting and trying to figure out ways around it. Man, what is this? This is crazy.
You think
like
that
a Marduk match.
Pace would favor Joey Fury, but Incog's finally got a, you know, a hold on it, check trap.
Oh, this is big. I don't want to say it, but he might be able to.
Wall's getting in the way here.
He got lucky. He got lucky.
Still Joey in the game. Joey in the game. That's it.
Oh my God, he's making it work. Can you imagine losing to that move in a set? He has to figure out ways around it. I want to see him orbital it. Or snake it or something.
So many final rounds. They're neck and neck right now. Joey Fury tied it up.
Oh, counter hit. This is huge. He's going to have a lot of damage. He's not going to get the kill, though.
No wall either. Incog's game to lose.
Oh, man, that blue stuff is hurting. I can feel it from far away.
Crouch dash to the low. Old school trick there, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Very old school. Something that is kind of underrepresented nowadays.
People just think they know about the low to kill, but they never really thought about incorporating it alongside movement, especially if your character has crouch dash. And you know, sometimes it requires you to just put pieces together. You know, look outside the box and have that crouch dash. You know, and another low. Although that low is not really a move that specifically comes out of crouch dash, you could just go crouch dash into low. So that's kind of like old tech that guys used to use back in the day to close out the rounds. I'm glad that Incog still remembers it.
It's the workaround. I mean, you know, people tried to make something out of nothing back in the days. You know, a lot of these characters did not have things like hell sweeps. They did not have things like dragon tails. They had to make their own threatening ways to kind of, you know, mix up their opponent, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's so funny to see it work. But
or, I mean, he's another one of those players that likes to do, you know, neutral jump, low kick, which is a move that we don't see too often either, right?
Long lost arts. Incog's bringing the scrolls back from the dead, and it's just so refreshing to see, you know. It's so refreshing to see him just bring out stuff that you haven't seen in so many years, stuff that, you know, only a few players even went for back in the day. So I'm glad that stuff's still around.
I see the chat talking about it as well. Incognito mode. He's definitely put him in the darkness right now.
Yeah, we're tied up, right? It's 3-3?
3 apiece now. So it is now a traditional race to 2. This is where it all counts. And I would not blame Joey Fury for switching characters here. I feel like, you know, he's in a tackling mood anyways. We've seen him so far. He's been using Paul like he was Marduk. I wouldn't be surprised if he switches to Marduk.
Now would be the time to switch. Now that the set's evened up, you know, nobody's got a lead, and you kind of feel like, oh, no switch. But yeah.
Oh, random stage, open, infinite. Well, this is working out in favor of Incog.
Yeah, Incog's running away with it here. This is gonna be a big, decisive game. I was expecting Joey to switch because it seemed like Incog is just fully comfortable now. He's kind of figured it all out. He's won 3 straight.
And again, getting that rhythm, getting the counter hit early on. Big damage here. Let's see what he does. Slides in. Oh, that was big. Counter hit. It's way back 1. Goes for the Oki instead. Again, waking up with that mock breaker, trying to let his opponent know you can't get a free hit on me.
I'm not gonna kill, but Joey needs a little bit more, gets it. Down back 2, Incog caught crouching there.
Yeah, planting seeds, you know, Joey's been using a lot of quick crouch dash into the quarter circle forward 3.
Yeah.
And utilizing that, especially trying to close in towards the end of the rounds, and this time using that down back 2.
Joey playing safe. He hasn't thrown out anything punishable yet in this round. He wants to hold on to that lead.
Ooh, I like. Incog is using, again, a lot of that old man trickery. Have to watch out here. Nice.
Now he's challenging Joey finally. He's doing stuff like down 4-2-1, forcing Joey to kind of like duck under, react, play things right. And he's putting him to the test. And Joey's not exactly passing, with flying colors here.
Still trying to find that opening. Joey Fury, very dangerous. He started throwing out that quarter circle back 4 again. That move is so brutal, especially if he's able to land it on counter hit.
You see what Incog did there? He flips Paul over, but instead of risking getting like judo parried, he's not doing any punch follow-up.
He just wants to reset the neutral.
Yeah.
Which is smart because he ate it once before.
Yeah. It's like the 3rd or 4th time that he's reversed it on Paul, so that ultimate tackle straps are kind of like wearing off right now. All right, Still a slow-paced match. Infinite walls.
Incog going for a normal throw there. Not sure if that was a misinput on the taunt. Either way, gets a whip punish there with the forward 4. Goes for the double knees. Here comes the triple kick. Into the... Oh, no. You trying to do it? You really want to do it today?
That's the first attempt.
Yep.
Parry, that was like... He probably parried out of the sidestep. Little option select there. Joey just outside of rage. Paul's not as dangerous. Another flip over. There we go again.
And he's not going to go for the punches again.
Yeah, it's not working out for him anymore.
He really tried to test him there with the down forward 1 series. Times are wasting once again. These guys going back and forth. This war of attrition. Who's going to come out on top?
No.
Here, oh, man. Here we go. Incog in the lead.
3 mock breakers.
Oh, he threw it out. He had to. He had to do something. Oh, he missed the punish. Doesn't matter. Incog with the lead. He might be able to take the set lead, too. This is big.
4 straight for Incog potentially here. I mean, nobody thought it was possible pretty much when he was down 3-0 and things were looking so grim. We were telling him to switch to Pocket Bomb, and look at this.
You know, when he was down 3-0, I was looking at the script for the next match to figure out what I was going to say for that.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's changed things around. I had to scroll back on my browser. Incognito mode. All right, ultimate punishment. The standing 3 on wake up, able to clip him. And look at that final round here. This is decisive.
Huge round here. Uh-oh. Finally put Incog, stopped him in his tracks. He's going to get a little bit of damage. A couple more small chips. They're adding up.
Ooh, the hop kick. Nice, able to thread that needle here. It's looking really good. 1 more hit, quarter circle 4-3. Oh, he tried to get him.
Jabbed out of the hatchet kick. Didn't even get a chance to use the raise drive. That was just an ugly round from the start for Incog. I'm sure he wished that he could have gotten a second chance. It was just not the round that you want, for a final round. Decisive 3-3 match. Somebody's going up 4-3. And to throw away like that, I'm sure that really sucks right now for Incog.
Yeah, I mean, he got hit with 2 hop kicks at the final round, too. That's got to be in his mind, right? And it wasn't just like, like a whiff punish. It was a hop kick that was destined to interrupt something that he knew was coming.
Was that capital punishment that we saw?
It was ultimate punishment,
ultimate
right?
Punishment.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. It's he kind of snuck that one in. We were talking
special. He had every single variation that we could see from the ultimate tackle, which is crazy, right?
Finally letting it fly, the capital punishment. Man, 4-3 now, Joey. Finally putting a stop to all the bleeding. That game right there, that was a wild game. It came down to the final round.
It really didn't show until the final round that Joey had a beat on the timing, right?
Yeah.
Because, for the most part, I feel like, Incog was really going in. He was really finding his rhythm. And then at the very end, those 2 big hop kicks really ended things abruptly for that match.
Sometimes, it doesn't matter how hard you work. It just comes down to, 1 or 2 moments. If you're fighting, an evenly, matched opponent, of course, you guys are going to go back and forth. You can't win every game. So, sometimes it doesn't matter in a match, all the things you did leading up. It just comes down to that last round. And Incog just threw away that round.
So, Incog is locked in. He has to use Brian Fury for the remainder of the set now if he wants to win. He is down to his last life.
Look at all those S pluses. All those stats.
You got to put the respect on that. He's number 1. He thinks it. He's number 1 in the universe. He fights aliens. Oh, he dropped the combo. Unfortunate there. And we are in a walled stage. Of course, this could benefit both players. But it's a matter of who gets the launch, who gets the ability to juggle and push towards the wall.
Slick low parry by Joey Fury. He low parried while dashing forward, just in case Incog wanted to throw out a low jab or something.
Break there, 2 break. All up here, what you gonna do? Nice, stutter step. Oh, he could have had it. He was swinging.
Yep. 1-2, catches the second punch. Incog running in, but not necessarily guarding. He's probably not expecting Joey to throw anything out there. A second counter hit this time. He does not drop the combo. Goes to the wall. Missed the last hit, but it's okay. He has to focus here. He has to play defense. His back's to the wall.
Yeah, having another opportunity, but again, a big life lead here for Incog here. Let's see what he does here, how he's going to approach. He has to be careful because, in his mind, I'm sure he's still thinking about those 2 hop kicks that he got in the last match.
Yeah, or any of the other hop kicks that he got hit with earlier on when it was 3-0 Joey. That was kind of the tale of those first 3 matches, the storyline. Just keep getting hit by those shredders, either the first hit or the second hit.
always a threat of the down forward too as well, and that's a move that Joey has rarely used in the matchup as well. But whenever he decides to pull it out, he's able to land it.
Falls down forward 2 into Rage Art. Like, there it is again. That's the start of so many Twitter clips. Down forward 2 into Rage Art.
And look at the damage here. He had the right wall distance here.
Low. Oh, nice.
Time's a wasting. Do something.
Joey, so good at burning clock. Just getting out stalling. Just for those last couple seconds. He did the right thing there.
Set point. Yep. Joey Fury, if he takes this round, he is going to win here. He goes for the Fisherman Slam. Bit too slow, of course. Not going to work as a punish. Let's see what he does here.
Crush the mock kick. Inkog's got to get desperate here. This is his last chance. Last 50 points of health. That's it.
Oh, that is it.
GG from Joey. Man. Stops the onslaught from Inkog. It looked like for a second he was going to go up 4-3, but Joey secures those last two. Nice. Putting a lid on it. That was a really, really entertaining match that maybe didn't play out the way that we thought at first.
Oh, no. It definitely did not. You know, we went into this. I saw the 3-0. I thought it was over, honestly.
I did. And first of all, it was like the character selects. Just because we've seen Joey play all this Marduk, he kind of threw us a little curveball with the Paul pick. It's been a while since I've seen him play Paul, actually. I try to keep up with the stream, so he might have been doing some secret labbing, secret practice for this in preparation for this matchup. Inkog, on the other hand, it took him a little while. He was able to get started, make it a set. It was good for everyone to watch and see, but he kind of just ran out of gas, I think.